What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jurisco coming at you guys with another video, boys. And today, fellas, I'll be bringing you guys a updated top 5 builds in Madden 22 the yard right now. You guys have been asking me for this video, and like I said, I'm going to be bringing it to you guys today, fellas. So let's go and hop into it. Now, if you guys have not already, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe, fellas. Doing those 3 things will go a long way, and I would highly appreciate it. We did hit 2,000 subs on the YouTube, so if you look back at our last video, our recent upload, we did do a giveaway, fellas. So like I said with you guys, I was going to do a giveaway. So if you want to enter into the $200 giveaway, go back to my previous video, and you will learn how to enter into the giveaway. Alright, fellas, so now it's going to hop into the video. So I made this type of video back in August, fellas. Back in August when the game first released, I made a video like this, and basically how I went off of it was I went over the yard stats. You know, with the yard stats with these players, if you look at your skill points, you can see, you know, there's a yard stats on this player, and I based it off of whether, you know, they could be a bruiser, whether they can be, you know, balanced, you know, that type of stuff. That's kind of how I based off of everything. But now that I've used basically all the classes in the game, if you look right here, I've basically used every single class in the game. Everybody's almost maxed out except for, you know, Infiltrator, and I haven't used Goliath yet. I started to make a video on Goliath, but those are really the 2 people I really haven't used a lot. I did make a video on all the builds, every other build I made a video on. So if you don't know, like I said, look at my previous videos. I have made a video on every single one. I made a build review on every single class other than Goliath. But yeah, so like I said, I wanted to make this video because I want to update the top 5 list. I'm going to update the list, just tell you guys my thoughts, my opinions on everything, because like I said, we played the game for over 2 months now, so a lot of stuff has changed. Now, fellas, if there's a build that you use that I do not list in this top 5, please do not take it to heart. Please do not try to say I'm hating, or please don't try to say, you know, it's still usable. Yes, every build in this game is pretty much usable, and you know, just because they're not in the top 5 doesn't mean, you know, I'm hating on them. Do not try to say that in the comments. I'm going to fry you. I'm going to fry you. I'm just basically saying that the top 5 builds in this game, they're just over everybody else. And boys, how I am basing the top 5 builds in this game, in this video right here, is going to be off of 3 things. First one is going to be how fast are you. Number 2 is how many abilities can you get, what type of abilities can you get, and number 3 is your stats. What do your stats look like? So those are gonna be the 3 things that I go off of for this video, because like I said, the top 5 builds in this video, they're just better than everybody else. Alright, boys, so now getting to the list, fellas. So at number 5, fellas, number 5 build in the video right now is going to be Hawk, fellas, the Hawk linebacker. So when we did this video last month, this build was at number 4, I want to say. Yeah, he was number 4, and I claimed to you guys that he was the fastest build in the game. That's what I told you guys. But after further research, further analyzation, he is not, fellas. He is not. And the reason why I say this is not because of the franchise method. I know a lot of guys have been telling me about the franchise. You can go to face the franchise and it will show their speed. Bro, that does not translate at all, fellas. It does not translate. An EA dev literally told me that their stats in the yard are like translated totally different. They're modified totally different. So basically what I went ahead and do, what I went ahead and did was a 40-yard dash test, fellas. So I'm going to show you guys on the screen right here. I'll show you guys the 40-yard dash test. Y'all going to take a look at that. And basically what he ran was, so I gotta pull it up really quick because I don't have it on the screen right here. Basically what the Hawk ran was a 4.16, fellas. He ran a 4.16 in a 40-yard dash, and that's actually pretty good. That's really good. Think about, you know, fastest 40-yard times in real life. He ran a 4.16, so that's actually pretty good. But that was not the fastest in the game, fellas. It's top 3, but not the fastest. So Hawk, that's why he has moved down the spot. The reason why he has moved down the spot is because he is not the number 1, the fastest build in the game. And he also gets pretty good abilities. You know, his abilities are pretty good. He gets basically all of the defensive abilities, which is pretty good. And then, you know, his stats are pretty good also. He gets a lot of speed, some tackling, and some catching and stuff like that. You know, they make him pretty versatile on both sides of the ball, pretty much. But yeah, so that's why Hawk is at number 5, fellas. And also another thing that I do want to tell you guys, another thing before, you know, we get more into this list, is with physiques, fellas. So you know how I told you guys in the past, physiques. You know, I told you guys, you know, go moonshot, bruiser, you know, be 7 foot tall. That's the best in the game. After further analyzation, fellas, I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't translate. For some reason, it doesn't translate into the yard. In face the franchise, it translates, but when you go into a yard game, if you go to live events, ranked, anything like that, your physique doesn't transfer over. And I'm saying like the height, just the height. Your weight will transfer. If you're a 400-pound player, you're gonna look 400 pounds. But the 7 foot part, the height part, that does not transfer over. So with all of these builds, and also with the 40-yard dash, I made sure all the builds were agile, and that was on current gen, folks. It was on current gen. That's because it's the fastest movement. But I'm telling you guys right now, before we start into this list, all these builds, I am going to tell you guys, go agile. Go agile, and the reason why I say this is because your height doesn't translate. For some reason, it's a glitch in the game. It's still a visual glitch where your height doesn't translate into the yard. So I'm telling you guys, with all these builds, every single one, go agile. Probably number one. I think the number one, I'm gonna tell you guys to go balance, but everybody else go agile, because like I said, it makes your player faster and just all that type of stuff. All right, boys. So now getting to the number 4 build in the game, fellas. Number 4 build in Madden 22 the yard. We got the freak linebacker, fellas. So the freak linebacker, told you guys about this build last, back in August. He was number 3 in the game, and since then he's actually been on a pretty good uprise. He's been on a pretty good uprise. If you want to talk about his speed, he did run he ran a 4.14, fellas. I showed on the screen. He ran a 4.14 in the 40-yard dash. So that means he is faster than the Hawk linebacker. And all these speeds I'm going to talk about in this video, they're pretty similar. Like they're pretty similar, just because like these builds are just so like fast. They're pretty fast. So they're going to be similar in speed, but it's like a tenth of a second. It's going to be like really close, and that honestly, it matters. I'm not gonna lie, it does matter when you're trying to hawk somebody, when you're getting chased from behind. That difference in speed matters. It 100% matters. So yeah, let's go hop into the freak. So he's the number 4 build, ran a 4.14. And also the reason why this build is honestly just so good though, is really not because of his speed definitely carries him 100%, but this guy's like thing is basically his abilities, fellas. His abilities and his stats. So if you look at his abilities, so he gets tank, he gets short end, he gets pick artist, he gets spin cycle. He basically gets a bunch of offensive and defensive stuff, and that's because he's a hybrid build. He plays running back and linebacker, so he gets basically all the running back and linebacker X factors. Then he gets basically all of the running back and linebacker abilities. Now the only one he does not get, and this is why he is number 4 in the game now, is human joystick, fellas. I told you guys about human joystick already, and him not being able to get it hurts. It hurts. Him and Hawk cannot get it, so this brings them down, because like I said, human joystick, it's literally insane. You will yank somebody to another universe with human joystick. It's just so unstoppable. So him not being able to get it does hurt his value, but he does get tanked, so that makes him pretty good. And like I said, he's number 4 because of his good abilities, and looking at his stats, he gets really good trucking, he gets really good speed. So basically this guy is like a trucking back who's almost the fastest in the game, and he gets defensive stuff with the hit power and stuff. So that's why this guy is number 4 right now. And now, fellas, for that number 3 build in the game, fellas, we got MOJO. Now I told you guys last month, back in August, told you guys that MOJO was number 5. I really wasn't messing with him that crazy, only just because I feel like his acceleration was really bad. But after further analyzation, fellas, MOJO's that guy. MOJO, he's definitely tough because he gets human joystick, and him being able to get human joystick is really good for him, because he gets bait, and also he really gets almost every single ability in the game. This guy, he is the most versatile build. He gets almost every single ability, almost every single one. Like almost every single, the only abilities he doesn't get is like tank and stuff like that, like the bruiser, back, type of abilities, and he doesn't get any quarterback abilities. That's it though. Everything else he pretty much gets, which is actually insane. Now one ability, well, 2 abilities that I'm surprised he doesn't get is short and medium route KO. He does not get those 2. But other than that, like I said, he gets basically everything. He gets a lot of ability, like a lot. His X factor is pretty good too. He gets all of the receiver ones. He gets defensive ones too, so that's pretty good. And then looking at his stats are pretty good also. Now his speed, fellas, this guy's speed, I know you guys look at his speed, he has 14 speed and everything, but he was not the fastest. His 40 time was a, what was it? It was a 4.18, fellas. He ran a 4.18. So that's slower than Hawk, and that's slower than the Freak. So hey, like I said, we did the 40 test. Like I said, we did it on current gen, and that's what the times were, and that's how it ended up. So he's not the fastest in the game like some people would have thought. And like I said, just that acceleration, I think that acceleration was hurting him. I told you guys in the past, I said the acceleration hurts him because only at 8. So I think that's what's bringing him down. But nonetheless, this is the number 3 build in the game, just because he can get human joystick, and he's tough overall. And now, fellas, for the number 2 build in the game, fellas, and hey, y'all already know what I'm gonna say. Y'all already knew. The best skill position build in this game by far. It's not even close either. It's really not even close. We got the MOONSHOT, fellas. We got the MOONSHOT, the OBJ, DK Metcalf build. This dude's just insane. After further review, after looking more into it, Yeah, I'm doubling down. This is definitely it's the second best build in the game, and it's definitely the best skill position by far. So let's go and talk about it. So let's go and look at him. So with his speed, and this is something that really separated him a lot from everybody else. Like everything kind of separates him from everything, but his speed, fellas. When I looked at him, when I did the 40 test with his speed, this guy ran a 408. A 408. Just think about that. A 408. That is by far the fastest time in this game, by far the fastest speed in this game. And like I said, I went with Agile. I told you guys in the past, I told you guys to go, Bruiser, just because he doesn't lose any speed. But him being able to go 408, I think you should definitely go speed. I mean, I think you should go Agile. Now, I didn't test it, if there's a difference between Bruiser and Agile. I didn't test that, but I'm gonna just tell you right now, like I said, because it doesn't translate into the yard. It doesn't translate, even if you're Bruiser, it doesn't translate to a 7-foot player. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Just go Agile. Just go ahead and go Agile. And then let's go and look at his abilities, fellas. If you see right here, I have short in, deep out, and human joystick. If you guys want to know, what abilities to put on, I have a video on that. And also, you can just look at my builds right here. Just see what I have on them. You see I have short in, deep out, and human joystick, just making him absolutely insane, fellas. And then he also, if you want to get an X factor on him, his Moss X factor doesn't work, but if you do want to level up a different class like Pathfinder or Lucky 7, you could put those X factors on him, and now he will have an X factor. So you see I have Yak him up on him because Yak him up is pretty good. I like Yak him up a lot. So if you guys also want to know the fastest way to level these players up, also I have a video on that. I have that somewhere on the screen. But yeah, like I said, I do have an X factor on him now. Those are his abilities. And then also another thing, on top of his speed being crazy good, him having pretty good abilities. They're not the best abilities, but they're pretty good. Looking at his stats also, fellas. So if you look at his stats, he has 14 catching, he has 14 change direction, he has 11 spin, 11 juke, and 14 spectacular catch. All of those stats right there are the best in the game. Best in the game by far. Those stats, they tower over everybody else in the game by a mile. So that's what makes this guy so good. And also that spin and juke, those are really key, because if you want to do that fast spin that everybody's been doing, I've been doing it a lot, you need this guy right here because he's going to do it the fastest. But yeah, this guy, like I said, best skill position in the game. It's the best skill position build in the game by far. If you're not using this guy, honestly, I don't know what you're doing. It's for the best build in the game. Final build we're about to talk about. Like I said, this is the #1 guy, and y'all already know who I was gonna say. I said it back in August, and I'm gonna say it again now. Hitman is the best build in this game. I'm not gonna say by far, but he's definitely the best. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. So the physique that you want to go with is balance, and the reason why I say balance, because you're not going to lose any throw power, speed, or anything like that. He's just going to stay at that, balance, that balanced build. So I think you should go with that. And then let's go and take a look at him. So if you look right here, he has Gunslinger, Escape Arts, and Roaming Deadeye. Those are the best 3 abilities I feel like you need to go for quarterback. And honestly, the reason why, like I said, the reason why he's just the best in the game is because quarterback just means so much. Quarterbacks mean so much than everybody else, and they can just do everything. So that's why this Hitman is the best. And like I said, look at his abilities: Gunslinger, Escape Arts, and Roaming Deadeye. Those just make him insane. You get to throw the ball the fastest, you get escape out the pocket the fastest, and you get to throw the ball wherever you want. Now I know a lot of you guys use Lightspeed. A lot of you guys be using this Lightspeed, but the thing about Lightspeed that did just get messed up about him, I don't know if this is a glitch, I don't know if this was intentional. EA is pretty shiesty, but let's see. Like I said, go to his abilities, and you see right here, he does not get he doesn't get Gunslinger anymore, fellas. He does not get Gunslinger anymore, so I think this hurts his case a lot. I know a lot of you guys be using him, but not having Gunslinger, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Now, you can make a case, you can go Lightspeed, just put human joystick on him, and that kind of make up for the Gunslinger, I guess. But you can do that. You can do the same thing with Hitman. You can do the same thing with Hitman, and I feel like these 3 abilities just means so much to the point where if I was playing quarterback, if I'm at quarterback, I would rather have these 3 abilities over everything else, fellas, over everything else, just because, like I said, Gunslinger is just so OP, fellas. Escape Artists and then Roaming Deadeye, they're just so OP. They're so OP. You can also use Dashing Deadeye. I know Dashing Deadeye is pretty good too. So either Roaming or Dashing in this last slot. And then also if you look at his X Factor, now he does not get Bazooka. I don't know why. I think this is a glitch too. He does not get Bazooka because he's a quarterback. He should get it. But he doesn't get it. So if you can put Trust or Running Gun on him for that X Factor. And then looking at his skill moves, and this is really the main reason why he's the best. The main reason why he is the best is because he gets defensive stats as a quarterback. He gets 9 tackle and he gets 13 tackle, fellas. He 9 hit power and 13 tackle. So just because of that alone, I think makes him the best quarterback, because he's gonna be able to hit stick somebody. He's gonna be able to throw some dots. He's gonna be able to do everything. Now, the only problem that I've really seen with this build, the only really problem is he's a little bit slower than Lightspeed, and also his throw power was kind of weak. I'm not gonna lie. Like, unless you get a perfect pass, like, he be like underthrowing sometimes. It's only sometimes. It's not a lot, but sometimes he does throw or underthrow some things. But like I said, he's fast. His 40 time was a 4.21. Also, he did run a 4.21 40 time. But yeah, like I said, this is by far the best build. By far, just being able to do things on both sides of the ball that crazy. He has 13 change direction too, which is gonna make him pretty agile. This guy is just him. He's that guy. So like I said, best build in the game. If you're using quarterback, this is who you need to be using. But all right, guys, that's it for the list. So y'all let me know in the comments below, what builds have y'all had the most success with? What builds have y'all been using the most and ranked and stuff like that? And also, it all comes down to play style at the end of the day. Really, it's just like, if you want to be the fastest and be able just to dominate, your opponents by mossing them and stuff like that, you go MOONSHOT. If you want to go like a defensive build, a more defensive build that can, that can hit stick and that can, just do a little bit of other things to get some crazy abilities. Hawk is one you can go with, or Freak. They're kind of like the same kind of build, just that Freak is more of a running back and Hawk is more of a defensive build. Basically, more of a defensive build. So you can go either way with these two. Like I said, they're pretty similar in speed too. Just depends what abilities you want for these two guys. That's really what it comes down to. Then you got MOJO. A lot of guys use MOJO because like I said, he's human joystick, and he's kind of a defensive build too. He has defensive stats, so I know a lot of guys like using him, and also because of his X factor, that makes him pretty good. And then like I said, Hitman, like I said, by far the best quarterback that you want to use right now. But like I said, if you want to use Hitman, if you want to use Lightspeed because he's faster, go ahead and use him. But like I said, I feel like Hitman is the best. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below. But alright, guys, that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. And until next time, peace.